I got it. I'm going to this message. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let's begin to listen. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Byju's exam prep. Am I audible? First of all, tell me if I'm audible or not. Everyone, am I audible or not? Thank you. Hi, Mohammed Shanawaz. Everyone, whoever is saying good afternoon, Ananya, Manu, Nilma, everyone, good afternoon. We'll start in a minute. Let other friends join and we shall start the day. I'm good, Gulam. Sarfuddin, he's taking world history. Good afternoon, Priyanka and Lakhan. Good afternoon, Priyanka. Hi, Venkatesh, Panela, all of you, good afternoon. We have done this, so let me go to the slide that we shall be beginning today. This is our slide. Yes, Chirag. Please, those who are new in this batch, we started the, modern history classes last week itself. Last weekend itself, we had started. Yes, Chirag, I'll be taking this, the next evening batch also I'll be taking. Good afternoon, Gurjant Singh. Good afternoon, Neeraj. Hello, Dinesh. Good afternoon, Preeti. Okay, let's begin. How many of you are there not in the last week's class? Shanawaz, write mail for that. How many of you were not there in the last week's class? Anybody in this class who was not there? Okay. Priyanka, Srimant, Gurjant, and everyone. For those who were not there, 2-3 information. My mail ID. Chirag, maybe. You should prepare for this year's mains. Chirag, have you written mail for this to me? I think I've seen this thing. Chirag Khatri you are, I think. Am I correct, Chirag? Are you Chirag Khatri? I would have replied to your mail over there. If not, then I'll again look into this. Chirag, I'll reply to your mail. Or otherwise, please tag me in your mail, please. Once again, if I have not replied by any chance, I'll reply it just in the break at 3 o'clock. Please, everyone, my mail ID is there. If you have any doubt with regards to your exam preparation, I'm there, always there to help you. If you have any doubts about your optionals, anyone, I'll take that thing also. For those who were not there, Roshan, I'm good. For those who were not there in last week's class, we have brought the calling feature also. The calling feature has been brought, and I will activate it in the last 10 minutes where you can answer your questions. Okay. Sonal, please write mail to me. Everyone, I'll answer every query of yours. Yes, Chirag, there will be a calling feature where you will call, you will ask your doubts. Any non-academic doubts, you can write to IS Live also. Otherwise, please write to my mail ID. I will answer that later in the class. We will focus only on the topics that we have to discuss. Am I clear, everyone? Please keep on showing your thumbs up so that I can understand that you are understanding everything that I'm saying. Okay, first 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a brief idea about all the topics that I taught last week. First 10 minutes. So those who have attended the last week's class, no problem. Just for the 10 minutes, have the idea what we have done. So if you remember, last week we started with the chapter of Arrival of Europeans. Basically, I gave you the introduction of the subject. I gave you the book list. I told you how we are going to make notes. All those who are there in the class, did my notes in the last class help you or not? Whatever notes I had prepared for you, did that help you or not? Please keep that, and that will become your base. That will be your notes. You don't have to make your own notes. I will make everything for you. Yes, you can add something here or there. Those who were not there, don't worry about the note making. Okay. In the arrival of Europeans, we talked about the Portuguese, the Dutch, the Danes, the French, and the English. We talked when did they come to our country, why did they come to our country, what all they did in our country when they came to our country, what all they exported, what all they brought, what was their impact on our country. All these things were, you know, taught or discussed by us in the last week. We saw after this that when the Europeans had come to our country, basically there was the rule of Mughals. And we discussed last week two parts under the Mughals. One, the later Mughals, that is, those Mughals who were, there as the rulers after the decline of the Mughal Empire, that is, after the death of Aurangzeb. So I've already told you the second topic also. The second topic was decline of Mughals. So we talked about the decline of the Mughal Empire also last week. So one topic was later Mughals. Another topic was decline of Mughals. We talked about these two topics also. Then we saw that after the decline of the Mughals, grade whoever you are, I had taught this in this week way. That's why I had written the order like this. I know who came first. If you would have attended last week's class, I have taught British at the last, because after this, it is all about English. That's why I have written it like this. After this, we saw there was a rise of provincial kingdoms. Can anyone in one comment write the names of all the kingdoms which arose after the decline of the Mughals? Can anyone in one comment write me all the names? No, one comment. Anyone? No one has till now given me the answer. Of course, some of you. Yes, Dhaval, good. So basically, we started with Hyderabad. We went to Carnatic, then to Awadh, Bengal, Jat, Maratha, Sikh, Rajput, Kerala, Rohilla, and Mysore. Isn't it? Everyone, was this topic clear or not for you? The, provinces that emerged in our country once the Mughals had declined, we did that particular topic. Was that clear to everyone? See, all of you remember one thing. I always say, if you do not understand something, try to ask it. I'll help you out over there. If not, write mails to me. That, sir, can I read it somewhere else? Can I see it somewhere else? I'll help you out that way also. Each and everything will be told to you. So please don't keep any doubts with you. Now we studied after the rise of provincial kingdoms that these provincial kingdoms, they were engaged in fights with English. So last week we studied in Carnatic, they had Anglo-French Carnatic War. In Bengal, we studied Palasi and Buxar. We studied last week Marathas, Anglo-Maratha War with Mysore, Anglo-Mysore War. And of course, we have not done the portion of Sikh. We will do the Sikh portion today. Don't worry about the Sikh. We are going to start the Sikh today. Apart from this, if you all remember, we also studied the battle of, or the third battle of Panipat. Third battle of Panipat was studied by us in last week's lecture. Last but not the least, we studied one more portion that's called your subsidiary alliance in the last week. Everyone, whoever is present here and was present in the last week also, if you did not understand any of these topics, you can write mail to me. Those who were not there in the last week and missed out on these lectures, please write mail to me. I will tell you which all pages, what all you have to read, and from which all sources you have to study so that this thing is done by you. Am I clear? Everyone. Kavya, write the mail to me for that. I don't look after the evaluation. I'll do that. No issues, Dinesh. Everyone, if there is any topic that you did not understand, please feel free to write mail to me. Okay? Good. Let us start the first topic for the day. Anglo-Sikh War. Dinesh, please re-tag me. I'm not sure whether that came to me or not. It would have gone in my trash. I would have definitely got it away. How many of you have some idea about the Sikh history? No, I'll definitely talk about Maharaja Ranjit Singh. But before that, see everyone, first of all, understand when you will be taught your medieval history, the Sikh will be taught to you over there. Medieval history under the chapter of Bhakti movement. This chapter is taught. Under the medieval history, Bhakti movement, you will be taught about the Sikh. Here I'm only linking slightly. Tell me, who was the founder of this great religion? Anyone? Yes, if you know about the the Sikh gurus, it's always good. Yes, Raj, you are absolutely correct. This was started by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. It is Guru Nanak Dev Ji who has started this great religion. In those days, in and around Punjab, mainly from those communities which were not treated equally as far as Hinduism was concerned. So mainly, from the untouchables, the peasantry class and all, a lot of people joined this newly formed religion. The idea here was that in this newly formed religion, there would not be any segregation on the basis of caste system. Of course, when this great religion was being founded, later here came up the Mughals. And in order to fight against the Mughals, there is a later Sikh Guru. His name is Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji. During the times of Jahangir and Shah Jahan, he converted this great religion into a fighting community. So the whole process of converting it into a fighting community had started during the times of Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji. And I hope you all would be knowing that by the time the 10th Guru, that is Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, who was their 10th Guru, came, and he was basically fighting against Aurangzeb. He was mainly fighting against Aurangzeb. Guru Gobind Singh Ji converted this great religion into a very, very strong political as well as military force. This great religion was converted into a strong force politically as well as militarily during his time. Now, everyone, those who were there in the last week's class, who is the successor of Aurangzeb? Who is the successor of Aurangzeb? Absolutely, Dhawal is correct. Bahadur Shah. Now, if you all remember last week only I told you, guys, what type of ruler was Bahadur Shah? Can anyone tell me what type of ruler was Bahadur Shah? Tolerant ruler. Dhawal says, basically it is said that he wanted to have better ties with Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And that is why he very soon offered Guru Gobind Singh Ji that you become a big mansabdar in my army. So he was very soon given a very high mansabdari of almost 5,000 zat and savar. In those days, this big number was only given to the princes, but Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was given this high mansabdari. But all of you, the unfortunate aspect was that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was murdered or assassinated. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was murdered or assassinated by one of his Pathan employee. He had gone to Deccan. Anyone, can you tell me where was the great Guru Gobind Singh Ji assassinated? Anyone in this class? You should have this idea. Anyone in this class, do you have the idea where was Guru Gobind Singh Ji assassinated? Can anyone tell me this? No, I'm giving you the idea. No, assassination. Veer, I'm asking about assassination. No, guys. See, I'll give you the idea. In Deccan. He was assassinated near Nanded. And you all know, if you all have studied a bit, in Sikh religion, there are 10 gurus. That is after the assassination of the Guru in Nanded, that is Deccan. There is no 11th Guru in Sikhism. All of you, please remember, there is absolutely no 11th Guru. Basically, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and I'm taking another slide, everyone, was succeeded by Banda Bahadur, also known as Banda Bairagi. Everyone heard this great name? He is not the Guru. Please remember, he is not a Guru. He is the leader of the Sikh community after the death of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Now he declares that he is going to fight with Mughals. He makes it very, very clear. He makes it very, very clear that he is not going to fight or have any good relation with your Mughals. He is going to fight with them. He fought against initially Bahadur Shah, then Jahandar Shah, and then Farrukh Sher. For 3 consecutive Mughal rulers, he was fighting. But then Farrukh Sher captured him in 1715 and killed him in 1716, or put to death. Now everyone, till here, is this clear? Each and every one of you, is this clear till here? Roshan, if I use the slides, I cannot make the notes. One thing I can do, I can make the slides or use the slides or make the notes also for you. That's the reason. This way I'm making the notes also simultaneously for you people so that you can carry this. Am I clear, Roshan? Now all of you understand. My simple question to you is, when the leader died, when Banda Bahadur, who is the leader, he died, don't you think the Sikh power would have suffered? Everyone, don't you think? Guys, it is said in many books, if you will read, no need to read, I'm telling you, it is said that the Mughals, they killed Banda Bahadur in a very, very bad manner. They tortured him to death. Why? Guys, think, why are they torturing Banda Bahadur? Why they are terrorizing the Sikh? So that the Sikh community gets subdued, does not raise their head again against the Mughals. The Sikh are being told, example are being given. Dekho, if you do this, we will do this to you also. Everyone, am I clear? The thing that has happened to Banda Bahadur can happen to you people if you do this. The Sikh were mostly in this part. This is your Punjab. So, in Punjab, the Sikh were lying low. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard this quotation. I always use this. In essays, it will help you. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. This is a quotation for your essays, not for history. or even in conclusions you can use. How many of you have heard this? Guys, why I'm telling you this? Dekho. Your Nadir Shah and even your Ahmad Shah Abdali, they attacked from which area? All of you tell me. Can you see on the map? They came via Punjab. And when they had to go back also, they went through Punjab. Now, all of you tell me, in this situation, don't you think in Punjab there will be a vacuum? Guys, do you understand vacuum? In Hindi, we call it shunyata. There will be a big hole, and that vacuum has to be filled by someone, and that someone will be what? Sikh. That Punjab will be again ruled by the Sikh. The Sikh would be ruling here. And that will happen between 1765 till 1800. All these areas, whatever you have in this Punjab, Jammu, important areas of Punjab like Multan, Amritsar, Lahore, one by one, they all would come under the Sikh Empire. Everyone, am I clear? Each one of you, am I clear till here? That now here, the Sikh Empire is going to rise. But please understand, before I tell you about the Sikh Empire, how many of you have heard a word called misl? How many of you have heard this word? Can anyone tell me what is a misl? Anyone? Yes, Nikhil, you are correct. Say Shimant, slightly more than that. Yeah, Shimant, number is correct. Okay, good. Most of you have some idea about this. Basically, guys, this is like a brotherhood. You all understand brotherhood? A grouping. But these brotherhood would be military brotherhoods. At the same time, brotherhood means, band of brothers. Same type of people coming together, forming a federation. So, this brotherhood would also have a type of democratic setup. Now, everyone understand all together how many misl? Shimant has given the answer 12. No need to remember all the 12 names, but one name you will remember. Can anyone tell me which misl? Yes, Ajay, Lovepreet, they are already answering me. The answer is Sukar Chakya. This is the misl to which who belongs? Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Muhammad, and those who are not understanding, misl means, people who all are, same type of people, like, belonging to a, I have not used the word caste, that would not be the appropriate word, but like you all would have heard Ahluwalia, for example. So Ahluwaliyas were one misl here. So they were like equal people who came together. Sachin, Ranjit Singh belonged to one of these misls here. Am I clear, everyone? All of you, am I clear till here? So now, please understand, here comes your No, David, there is no such number of person per missile. You cannot say this. Dodaka, basically the Sikh community was divided into 12 groups. So that's how it is. So as I told you, like Sukar Chakia is one group, Aluwalia is another group. Like that they were there. Am I clear, Dodaka? Guys, I hope you all have studied or heard about him. Anyone from Punjab here? Anyone from Punjab? Yes, Nikhil. Like last time we studied, Marathas had these, confederacies, Sindhia, Bhosle, Holkar. Sachin, I told you they are trying to reorganize themselves at this point of time. They are trying to again stand up after the, I would say, debacle against the Mughals. Sikhs are divided into 12 Misl Divya. Anyone from Punjab here? People say, Lovepreet is from Punjab. People say that this is the golden age of Punjab, the greatest ruler of Punjab. I've already told you he belongs to which Misl? He belongs to Sukachakya Misl. Now, please remember, it is said he was a very, very brave, soldier. Of course, he was very strong leader, courageous soldier, very good administrator, and skillful diplomat. So if you have to write about him, brave soldier, skillful diplomat, a great administrator. What he does is, he very soon reorganizes this entire Misl and brings them under his control. So at this moment, please understand, I have told you Misl are divided. There are 12 Misls. So very soon this great leader, if I change the pen color, Satluj River to its western side, all the Misl, all the Sikh chiefs were brought under him. And here, he established his own kingdom. Now, please, all of you remember, I've already told you the areas like he captures Lahore, Jammu, Amritsar, Kashmir, Peshawar, Multan. All these are the areas that are now his empire. David, initially he was leading only his Misl, but later he brought all the Misl under his control. Am I clear? Everyone, can you see how big is this era? Okay, Dinesh is asking when is he ruling? 1799 till 1839. For the next 40 years, he is ruling these areas. And please understand, at this point of time, he did a treaty also. Treaty with English. Under this treaty, they divided their areas. This side, it would be English. The other side would be the Sikh power. Let me tell you, everyone, one very, very important point here. Guys, it is said in those days, Maharaja Ranjit Singh built a very strong Sikh army. Such a strong Sikh army, just imagine. people say 40 different nationality instructors were there, soldiers were there. He brought people from different nationalities who would guide his soldiers. His soldiers, they would be Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, all types of soldiers he had from all the religions. And that's why some people say that this Sikh army was second best army of Asia. Of course, after what? After the British. Invariably, whose army is best in Asia? Everyone, do you understand whose army is best? British. No, Ajay, Gorkhas not. It is the British army which is the best. And the second best in those days, it was said, was Sikh army. Everyone, am I clear about Maharaja Ranjit Singh? Any doubt in Maharaja Ranjit Singh? Muhammad, because I told you, whose army is best? British. Russian, British army is the best. Please understand, everyone. He understands that the Britishers are very powerful. Please see, what did I wrote? Very skillful diplomat. Understood one day the Britishers would eventually start ruling over the whole country. Everyone, am I clear till this point? Okay. I hope Danya and all, this is clear. Vishal, they could not control. They had their own problems. Danya, I told you, English are very powerful. You do treaties with powerful people in order to preserve and safeguard your empire. That's why. When did Maharaja Ranjit Singh die? Now, everyone, his death brought problems. Guys, Kushi, it's only you who's having this problem. I don't have a problem. Guys, the death of Ranjit Singh brought some problems here. What is the problem? Mohammed, no, zero. What is the problem here? Rapid changes of government, and because rapid changes of government, it led to political instability. Everyone, am I clear? This great leader's death has brought many changes. Now, you all will say, sir, how are the changes here? Let me tell you. His son died. Khadak Singh. He was his son. Nonihal Singh. He was Khadak Singh's son, Ranjit Singh's grandson. He died. Another son, Sher Singh, was assassinated. Now, guys, don't remember these names. I'm not asking you to remember these names. I'm only showing you. Can you all tell me, if so many people will die, can I say rapid changes of government? Everyone, show me your thumbs up. Do you understand that if so much is happening, can I say when there will be rapid changes of government, it will lead to political instability? Everyone, see, this thing is very clear. And you all tell me, when there will be political instability, I have to tell one more name, have patience. But before that, do you think that now in the Sikh kingdom, when there is this so much of uncertainty, there will be corrupt leaders? Do you think there will be selfish leaders? All of you, will there be or not? Now you will say that, sir, there must be some ruler. Yes, I accept there would be some ruler. When did I say there is no ruler? At this moment, Dilip Singh, he was a young boy, 5-6 years old. He has become the ruler. And Dilip Singh, because he was so young, it was his mother who was guiding him. But the problem is, any doubt till this point? See, I've been going very slow. In 45 minutes, I've only done the background of Sikh. Every point I want you to understand. No question has come from this. But then there is a high probability that if something has not come, it can come. Isn't it? Now, all of you, Prajwal, if there will be political instability, corruption would go up. Think about this now. Why do we always say we should have a strong government? Otherwise, people will always do political, plays in order to make them or others more powerful. Now, everyone, let's say, I'm giving you one example. Rohit Kumar is one corrupt leader of that day. Take one example. And Rohit Kumar wants to save himself, safeguard his position. You all tell me, in my opinion, Rohit Kumar's opinion, who would be the biggest hurdle in my path? Who is going to be the biggest hurdle in my path? Guys, Dilip Singh, those who are writing, please understand, he's a small boy, hardly of 4-5 years. Now everybody is writing about the queen. I understood. Let me tell you one thing. And then tell me, do you think that in these scenarios, the power would have gone into the hands of brave and patriotic but indisciplined everyone? Tell me, do you think this would have happened? That army which was so powerful, I told you, please see in the previous slide, he built a very strong Sikh army. All of you see here, I have written here, this is the second best army of Asia. Guys, you all tell me, do you think this young boy or the guardian of the young boy will be strong, or do you think army will be strong? Now tell me, all of you. Think. I'm giving everything, I'm putting in front of you. You think. I'm small boy. Dilip Singh is he does not know anything. His mother is, of course, trying to keep the power in her hands, but the real power has come in the hands of these. Now, my question to you all is, Rohit Kumar is a corrupt Sikh leader. What will he want? What will he want now? You tell me. Rohit Kumar is a corrupt leader in order to safeguard his power. Absolutely, Lovepreet, Ananya, Yuvraj, they all are saying correct. Everybody, mostly people are saying correct. That these people, the corrupt leaders, would try to weaken the army. Everyone, don't you think they will try to destruct the army? They will try to make it weaker. All of you, do you admit it or not? Every one of you, do you admit it or not? Now, my question to you people only, how can I make this army weak? All of you tell me, how can I make this army weak? Think. Dhanya is saying splitting. Okay, Dhanya. Shilpa is saying give some bribe. Okay. Bhavna is saying caste discrimination. Sai Krishna is saying insufficient funds. You all are correct. Okay, all of you, just listen to me. Guys, one way of doing this is to make them fight against an army which is more. All of you tell me, do you think by this the Sikh army will become weak? If Sikh army is made to fight against a much more stronger army, don't you think this army will become weak? आप लोग बताइए, you all tell me, don't you think Sikh army will become weak? Now you tell me, which is a more stronger army than Sikh army? Every one of you tell me, which is a more strong army than Sikh army? You all told me. You all are saying the British, they are a much more strong army. So guys, can I say, okay, just give me a second. Can I say my next topic should be first Anglo-Sikh? Everyone, any doubt with this? Every one of you, is it clear? So by pehla point, when is this fight? 1845-46. This fight happened. Now, you all have not studied this, and usually we don't study. Around this point of time, British fought in Sindh, Afghanistan, with Gwalior, and these fights raised suspicions. The Sikh were now suspicious. Why are Britishers fighting everywhere? They are becoming suspicious. Similarly, I'll write this here. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let me take the pen. Another point, increase in English troops stationed near the border. Slowly and slowly, the Britishers had built a very strong army near the borders. And these became the reason. And 11th December 1845, Sikh army crossed the Satluj River. Now, everyone tell me, have we ever talked about Satluj River? What was the importance of Satluj River? What was the importance of Satluj River? Those who are in the class, yes. Border, Nikhil, Lovepreet, all are correct. We saw that this Satluj was going to be the border between the British and the Sikh. You don't come this side, I won't go that side. This was the treaty done by Ranjit Singh. So, guys, once you have done this, what does this mean? War began. Now, you don't have to remember the next what I'm writing, but just to give you some idea. 5 battles at this moment. The Sikh, they fought 5 battles. Please remember, this is a war. In one war, there will be many battles. 5 different battles like Mudki. I'll write slightly bigger. Firoz Shah, Budalwal, Aliwal, and Sobrao happened. And in all these 5 battles, Sikh lost. Guys, why did the Sikh lose? Do you have any idea? Why did the Sikh lose? Anyone? Lovepreet, Veka, political. Okay. Guys, why did we lose? Those who were there in the last week's class, can you remember why did we lose in Palasi? Yes, Sudhanshu, you are correct. Why did we lose Palasi? All of you. Traitors. Guys, yahan bhi, this place also. One guy is Tej Singh. Another is Lal Singh. Commander-in-Chief, Prime Minister. Both of them are traitors. All of you tell me, do you think when the Prime Minister, when the, your commander-in-chiefs, they have gone on the British side, do you think we are going to win? In spite of the fact that there were 50,000 soldiers or more than this, because of this treachery, we lost. Guys, losing is, we know, we have studied last week also. We have lost all the war. And now, if you have lost, guys, what do we do when we lose? All of you tell me. What do we do when we lose? Absolutely. Now, where will be the treaty? Tell me, where will be the treaty? See, treaty will be in Lahore, because Lahore used to be the capital of the undivided Punjab. So, you have fought, pay me fine. If you have fought, so your people need to pay me war indemnity of 1 crore rupees. Not only you fought, give me some territories. So Jalandhar, Doab, that is the areas near Jalandhar, were given to the British. My agent will stay in your area. British resident stationed in Lahore. Of course, Dilip Singh, ruler, his mother, Rani Jindan, the regent, and Lal Singh, the wazir. This would continue because you cannot pay me 1 crore rupees. That's why some of your areas like Kashmir plus Jammu, they were sold to Gulab Singh by the East India Company. Regent means guardian. Priyanka, last week we saw na regent, for example, Raghunath Rao was the regent. So that is regent. So she's the guardian right now. Everyone, am I clear with Treaty of Lahore? All of you, am I clear with this? Dipesh, that is the area. Jalandhar Doab is the area. Doab means the area between two rivers. So that area was taken by the British. Priyanka, no issues. Sanchit, I did not get your question. Am I clear with this, everyone? Dinesh, they are ruling. You can see Dilip Singh is the ruler. Guys, last week you all have studied subsidiary alliance. It is like that only. Not now, Yuvraj, later. Remember, did we not study subsidiary alliance last week? So like that, now there will be a British person who will be there in the territory. Guys, because Sikhs revolted again, this led to a treaty of Bhairawal. Very soon the Sikh had revolted. Roshan, Dilip Singh is the son of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Subhajit, he helped the British. So Britishers would ensure that he is there. Dinesh, because the Punjab or the Sikh, they could not give this much money. So did we not study under subsidiary alliance? If you cannot give money, give some land. Gulab Singh is a ruler at small time. Now he will be the ruler of the Kashmir side. Shilpa. Everyone, any other query till here? I'm more than willing to answer your queries till here. Any other query? He's a friend of theirs, Dinesh. Anyone, any query till this point? See, I'm not worried about anything. My only thing is that at this moment you should be clear with this. Kanak, he's going to be the ruler of Kashmir. Shitish, that would be decided by the British. War indemnity or fine would be decided by the British. Choin, I told you, na, you had to pay 1 crore. You did not have that money. So instead of money, what did you give? Your land. So the Sikh did not have 1 crore rupees. So they sold this thing. Am I clear? In 46 only. This is Treaty of Bhairawal happened in 46 only. No, I have not explained. Aarti, I have not explained that. Lovepreet, he's the British man, na? He's helping British, so they have got him appointed. No, Kshitij. Shubhajit, that's not important. You cannot know about every person. Everyone clear? One more thing. The moment your query gets resolved, please write OK at least, so that I understand that you understood the point. See, I make it a point that I answer everybody's query, whether immediately or after the break, during the break, on mail. Roshan, your question is not clear. Guys, this treaty we don't have to study, only this is an auxiliary treaty, and under this, at this moment, a council was formed of various Sikh chiefs under the British resident. He was given this responsibility that you will manage everything, and that's the case. Last, and we are done. Second Anglo-Sikh, 1848-49. Please remember, who is the Governor General of India at this moment? Anyone? Any idea why? Who is the Governor General at this point of time? Sudhanshu is correct. Dalhousie, first major conflict during his time. Kshitij, I did that last week only. Dalhousie, first major conflict during his time. How many of you know about Dalhousie? Something? Anything about Dalhousie? How many of you know that thing? Yes, we will study doctrine of lapse. Don't worry about that. We will study him. He's a very important Governor General. Already mains question has come on him. If somebody asks you, what were the reasons of this? First and foremost, number of Sikh soldiers was reduced. Guys, how many soldiers will be there in Punjab army was now decided by the British, and they reduced this number. All of you tell me, don't you think this would have led to humiliation of the Sikh Sardars? All of you tell me, don't you think the Sikh Sardars would be very, very humiliated at this point of time? That, oh, you have done this. So they would want to. Humiliation means to insult someone. So the Sikh Sardars, they would try to take revenge of this humiliation. Similarly, Rani Jindan was sent to Banaras. Dodka, I told you na, after the first Anglo, please everyone, please see this thing. Treaty of Lahore, I told you who has won. Treaty of Lahore, it is the British who have won. So they will decide everything. And in subsidiary alliance, we have studied. You don't keep a very big army. We are there. Guys, last but not the least, Mulraj. He was the governor of Multan. Started the revolt. He started this revolt, so this became the immediate cause. And last but not the least, British army in Punjab. All of you, anything which, no, Dinesh, nothing at this moment. 1857 revolt will happen after 10 years, not now. Nothing with that at this moment. Anyone, is any point not clear under the Second Anglo-Sikh War causes? Any point under the causes which was not clear to you? Now, all of you, who will win this war? All of you tell me, who will win this war? Absolutely, there is no doubt. British will win. Yes, Inderpreet, yes. Banaras, Sachin, because she was, see, those who are asking why was Rani Jindan sent to Banaras? She was sent to Banaras because they said that you are interfering in the political affairs too much. And Panela is asking, how does Rani Jindan's movement to Banaras be a cause? Guys, she is the queen of Sikh. This is what? A matter of insult. All of you think, don't you think this is a matter of insult? How dare you send my queen to Banaras, so far away from what? Punjab. Am I clear, Panela? Why her going over there is a reason for this war. Last but not the least, as I told you, the British will win. They will fight 3 wars. One is Ramnagar. Now, anyone here from Karnataka? Anyone here from Karnataka? See, if you are or if you are not, Ramnagar there is there near Bangalore. Don't think that Ramnagar. It is another Ramnagar. This happened in November 1848. Indecisive. Another in Chilianwala. This happened in January 1849. Sikh won. And the third one was Gujarat. February 1849. Sikh defeated by Charles Napier. Yeah, there would be Nikhil. Absolutely. I'm taking the class from Bangalore. That's why I gave this. Please remember this name. Chilianwala. Sikh had won, but in the final war, the Sikh got defeated. And guys, when you get defeated, this led to Sikh surrender. You have to surrender now. And the final result was Punjab annexed by British. All of you, can you see this? Punjab is now under the British. They have taken it over. Dalhousie has got a very, very major area. All of you, can you see the importance of this annexation? Please remember, this is extremely beneficial for the British. All of you, don't you think Punjab is very, very important? Very, very beneficial. No, 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 Dinesh. They only lost 1-1. I never said 2. Final war. Who win the final war? The British. Guys, can I say that once Punjab has been captured, the threat of invasion by land is removed? Every one of you. Yes, Nikhil, you are correct. Punjab has a lot of agricultural income, agricultural good land. There will be a lot of, money from that strategic place, protection of the British from Northwest. Sumer, I cannot repeat. We are already 1 hour 10 minutes. What we have done, you will have to see through the recordings, my dear. I'm really sorry, but I cannot repeat the whole thing. Everyone, is this point clear? Because if anyone is not clear, or the northwestern passes, they are under the British now. The British will control it. Yes, it will act as all those things. Last but not the least, a lot of you are asking about Dilip Singh. My personal suggestion, please study about Dilip Singh. But then Dilip Singh at this moment was taken to England, became a pensioner of British. Yes, those who have also asked, let me tell you, yes, British also took Kohinoor diamond. No doubt. The British had taken the Kohinoor diamond with them. Guys, yes, those who are from Punjab, they might know. Yes, you are correct. Small princely states like Patiala got created. Anyone, any doubt in the slide? Dinesh, at this moment, they are also chased out from India. Yes, Nikhil. Priyanka, it will not be a buffer state because Punjab is being annexed by the British. Guys, we are done with Anglo-Sikh War. Those who were there with me from point 1, minute number 1, I hope you will not have any problem. Punjab, mostly people don't teach. I have done it for almost an hour. Almost for 1 hour, everything. Those who are new in this class or came late, everything I have made into your notes. This is your background. In the background, I gave you some idea about the medieval history. This you will study in your medieval also in the Bhakti movement chapter. Am I clear, everyone? Next slide. I gave you the idea about the intermediary phase, that is before the rise of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. That is, this is Banda, Bahadur II Ranjit Singh phase. This is that thing. Third slide is nothing but Ranjit Singh introduction. Am I clear, everyone? Fourth slide. This is, if I write it somewhere, this is nothing but background of First Anglo-Sikh War. In the fifth slide, this is of course clear. First Anglo-Sikh War. In the sixth slide, I have given you the Treaty of Lahore. In the seventh slide, it's very clear it is Second Anglo-Sikh War. And with this, my whole chapter is done. Everyone who is in the class, hopefully, I'm hoping this is absolutely clear to you people. Now, those who were not there in the last week's class, do you remember? I had told you to make something because last week's annotations are not here. That's why I cannot show you here. But then I can definitely tell you, what did I tell you guys? To make a table like this. How many of you had done this? Serial number here, 1 and 2. Name, Anglo-Sikh War, and this was the first, and this is the second Anglo-Sikh War. Like that. Treaty, Lahore and Bhairowal. Result, write that. Any special thing you want to write. And if you want, rather than result, you can write here the cause. Please make this for your own betterment to help you later in this exam. I'm moving to the last topic of this. How many of you have idea about Sindh? Anyone? Any idea about Sindh? You have? This is our map, and here, this portion of Pakistan is known as your Sindh, which you see today. You know, earlier this Sindh was part of your Marathas, the state of Maharashtra, Gujarat, they all came under the Bombay presidency. So now this is the last area that was outside the British control at this point of time. You see here. Why do the British want to control Sindh? Can anyone tell me? Why do the British want to control Sindh? Anyone? Okay. Let me give you the background. there is a growing Anglo-Russian rivalry. The Britishers are worried. The Britishers are worried that Russia may attack India. And if the Russians will attack India, this Russian attack will happen through Afghanistan or Persia. Now, guys, Persia is modern day Iran, and Afghanistan, I hope you all know where it is. So, either through Afghanistan or Persia only the attacks would happen. Now, you all tell me if you have some idea. This is your, let's say, Pakistan, and this is your Afghanistan, and this is your Iran. You can see here. So if Russia would attack, it would be either through these two countries, land-wise. So at this moment, in order to stop this, to counter this, they wanted to increase their influence in Sindh. So invariably they knew that they will have to have Sindh under their control, then only they can stop anything like this. Now there is a problem. What is the problem, guys? The problem is Sindh is ruled at this moment by rulers known as Amirs, and Sindh had already signed around 1838 subsidiary alliance with British. Now all of you tell me, guys, what was the promise that the British made when subsidiary alliance was signed? Anyone? Dhanya is absolutely correct. The Britishers had promised, we will safeguard you against any internal danger. We will protect you against any external danger. So all of you, do you remember they had said that they will protect Sindh? And even before that, these Amirs, they had already, allowed the British to explore the commercial possibilities of the Sindh River. They had already in 1832 opened the roads and the rivers of Sindh. They were already opened. Guys, in this scenario, do you think the British should have attacked Sindh? All of you, do you think the British should have attacked Sindh at this point of time? Absolutely not. But then the British themselves, they say about them. Let me write. In 1843, Charles Napier attacked Sindh and captured it. And he said, we have no right to seize Sindh, and yet we shall do it. And it will be an act of rascality. Let me show you. Sonal, I'll come to your point. Just see here. Guys, all of you, you can see here this quotation by Napier. We have no right to seize Sindh. Absolutely, we cannot annex Sindh. And yet we shall do that. And this will be very, very advantageous, very useful human piece of rascality it will be. Now, Sonal, which 2 points I am not understanding? Which 2 points you are asking? Abhinav, please explain the point on the left after Afghanistan or Persia. Persia is modern day Iran. Okay, Sonal, which 2 points? Sahil has a point. Sahil's point is we should be keen to blockade the Sindh if a war ever breaks out with Pakistan is the largest shipping port. We are adroit. Adroit, I don't understand this word. What's after commercial? Okay. Commercial possibilities, Sonal, that if Sindh, there can be, the things can be taken from one place to another, the ships could be moved. Commercial possibilities is that. And that's why the rivers, roads of Sindh, they were opened for the British also. Dinesh, the statement means that we are being rascal and yet we shall do it. It is a wrong thing that we are doing, but yet we shall do it because we want to do it. That's the thing. Sahil has another point. Russian Empire was expanding and there was colonization game going on in the Europe. So Britishers were keen to attain Sindh. All of the Western India was civil of India because of Indus and they wanted to hedge India. Absolutely correct, Sahil. No doubt about that. Absolutely correct. Russian Empire was expanding. No doubt about that. Anyone, any other query at this point of time? All of you, any other query? No, I'll give you a break. I'll just now, because we are now going to get into another chapter. You can see economic history of modern India will be started by us. So we are going to start this another chapter. Roshan, that will be at 2:50. Dhanya, I did not get your question, sir. What Sindh did, this is not clear. Nikhil, take it, no doubt. No, Dhanya, they were annexed, so they don't have to do anything. Aarti, 1832, the roads and rivers, they were opened for the Britishers that you can use them without paying any taxes or anything like that. And you can be utilizing them. That was the thing that was done at this point of time. No, I'll just see those who are asking about the break timings today. Let me tell you. See that break, we started at 12 to 3, then 3 to 3:40. There will be break. 3:40 to 5:40. There will be class. Of course, 5:40 to 6. Again a break. And 6 to 8. Class. Charles Napier is a British officer here, Priyanka. Guys, now I'll give you a 10 minutes break. 1:30 to, just, and then we'll again restart. You can see here, Priyanka, it's written Napier, Charles Napier attacked Sindh and captured it. Am I clear? Now it is totally under their control, Vishal. Earlier it was through subsidiary alliance. Now no longer that also. It will be directly under their control. Okay, just take a small break and we shall restart after 10 minutes. Amirs are the rulers, David. They are the rulers of Sindh. The rulers of Sindh were known as like this. I hope everybody's query is resolved. Not a single query I leave. And thanks to subject experts, we have resolved each and every query. I don't think there is any query that is pending. Please keep on writing okay if your query gets resolved. That helps us to understand that you have understood the points. Let's, after the break, start with this chapter, a small 10 minutes break here. Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Everyone, am I audible? Okay, let's begin. Before that, let me rub this. Thank you. Okay, let us start this chapter. And anyone who was there in my first week's class, if you remember, tell me how important is this chapter? Those who attended last week's class, how important is this particular chapter? I showed to you this is a very, very important chapter. If I put it like this, it goes to the level of 5 out of 5 star. Please focus on this chapter in a big, big manner. There are lots of topics, and I can tell you it is like 2 p.m. right now, and if we go till 5, we'll not be able to complete this chapter because this will continue till tomorrow morning. A lot of things will come in this chapter. So please understand the subtopics here. There will be 3 stages of capitalism in India. Of course, there will be drain of wealth. Then there will be the topic of deindustrialization. Then a very important topic of revenue collection methods. Then commercialization of agriculture, and finally, famines. And there would be one more topic that will be railways. Everyone, am I clear with the topics of this chapter? All of you. Drain of wealth gives questions in prelims. Deindustrialization gives questions in prelims. This gives in prelims. Commercialization of agriculture gives in prelims. Famines in mains. Of course, mains. And overall, this chapter can come in your mains also. Everyone, till this point, is this clear? Okay. Let's begin with the first topic, the 3 stages of capitalism in India. Everyone, what do do you understand by capitalism? Anyone? What do you understand by capitalism? Any idea? What exactly is capitalism? Priyanka says private market. Dinesh says complete control. Karthik says socio-economic framework of wealth generation. Prajwal says market is controlled by private sector. Same money making, money gaining process. Wealth controlled by rich people. Yuvraj is speaking. Yes, most of you know this. Everybody of you would have studied this. That the resources are in the hands of a few individuals, and rest of the people, they work according to them. So resources can be money, it can be infrastructure, it can be land, it can be machines, whatever you say, all that comes under this. For prelims, always remember, this was given by R. Palme Dutt. Rajni Palme Dutt. He is a Marxist historian, and it is this historian who gave this. R. Palme Dutt, they gave or he gave this particular theory at this point of time. Ankita, check on your side. So, under this, he gave three phases, or he divided this under three phases. The first one being mercantile, the second phase being industrial, and the third phase being financial. According to him, mercantile started in 1757, went on till 1813. Industrial 1813 to 60, and financial 1860 to 1947. Everyone, those who are in the class, can you see? He has basically divided the 190 years in three phases. I'm very clear you all are understanding why he took 1757. Anyone who doesn't understand why only 1757? Anyone who does not understand why Rajni Palme Dutt is taking this from 1757? Is there any person in this class who doesn't understand this point? Anyone who, those who understand, good. Anyone who does not understand? Rohit, last week we studied the 1757 Battle of Palasi. Lakshmi, we studied that we say that from the Battle of Palasi only the British rule began in our country. So do you remember this mercantile phase? Why are we starting it from 57? Every one of you, do you understand why 57 only? Because Palasi has more or less started the dual rule of the Britishers in our country. The Britishers have got the full control of India at this point of time. Am I clear with this? Those who did not know this before. And I hope you all understand why 1947. I hope you understand that 1947, the Britishers are going to leave our country 15th August. And that's why they are, the end of the rule has come, and that's the reason it is happening here. Absolutely clear, everyone? All of you? So in this slide, let us concentrate only on mercantile phase. Now, those who were there in the last class, now you only, dekho, the beauty of this chapter is you don't have to mug up the things. You will teach me. You all tell me, in this phase, what was the British objective? What did the British try to do? You all have studied it. Dipesh, 3G to theek hai. Alliance Dinesh, rather than something that. Ananya, yes, Dhaval is absolutely correct. Guys, see here. The objective at this moment was to monopolize the trade in India, and this monopolization should be against European as well as Indian. Both. They want to monopolize the trade in India. Everyone, do you understand what is monopolization? Anyone who does not understand what is monopolization? Anyone in this class who does not understand monopolization? What is monopoly in trade? Anyone who does not understand that? Anyone in this class? Yes, absolutely. Complete control of trade. That is, there should not be any competitor. Now, you all tell me, if tomorrow I want that there should be complete monopolization, how can I attain that? You all tell me. How can I ensure that there is a monopolization of mine? Monopolize means it comes from mono plus poly. That is only one. Absolutely, everyone is correct. Guys, in order to monopolize your trade in India, your strategy will be that you would like to eliminate the competitors. Everyone, dekho, again I'm telling you, this chapter, barring a small portion, is you can do it in your fingertips because everything is understandable. Nothing has to be mugged up. The beauty of this chapter, just keep on looking like this. Do you all feel that in order to monopolize, we need to eliminate the competitors? Everyone, keep giving me the thumbs up. Everybody believes that? Now, do you see that they fought the Anglo-French Carnatic wars in this phase only? Remember, we studied 1746 till 1760. This is what? The mercantile phase. Who was eliminated? The French were eliminated. Similarly, do you remember the Anglo-Mysore wars? The Battle of Plassey and Buxar. Last week only we have studied. Do you remember the two Anglo-Maratha wars? Do you remember? Subsidiary alliance. Every one of you, tell me, don't you think through these wars they eliminated their competitor? Either the European competitor, we studied the Battle of Vandivash. Or the Indian competitor, Mysore, Bengal, Maratha, and through subsidiary alliance, powers like Awadh, etc. Every one of you, is this clear? Do you think strategy was elimination? And for strategy of eliminating, they use these wars. Now, let me take which pen? Blue. Now, you have not studied this. Don't worry about this. You have not studied this. But I'm going to teach you in minutes. Don't worry about this. Last week, guys, those who were there, and I'll keep on asking you because we have to make this class interactive. You tell me, when the Queen was sending East India Company to India, what did the Queen give to East India Company? When EIC was coming to India, absolutely Prajwal, Karthikeyan, and everyone, Neil, Aarti, Shubhajit, Mohammed, everybody's clear. Charter. Charter was what? Monopoly of the trade on the eastern side of Cape of Good Hope. It belongs to whom? Only the East India Company. So, guys, can I say that through charters as well as acts, the trade was secured and strengthened? Now, you all have not studied the big charters. Today we shall deal. Don't worry about that. Now, you tell me one last thing. I have not taught you the next point. I'm only asking you. Everyone tell me, do you know when was sati removed? Anyone in this class who knows when was sati removed? 1829. Gulam is correct. Ananya is correct. Okay. All of you tell me, do you know when did railways come to our country? All of you tell me, when did railways come to our country? Gulam is correct, 1853. Okay, tell me. Those who have, I know you have not studied. I'm only checking your general knowledge. Can you tell me what is the most important thing when it comes to education in our country? What is the most important feature from the British side? What did they do with regards to our Ajay says Macaulay minutes, Dinesh says Western education, Dhanya says education to everyone, Karthikeyan says English, good teacher, railway civil service, Woods dispatch, David says English. All of you, you all wrote everything. Tell me one thing. Whatever you have written, did that thing happen before 1850, 1813 or after 1813? Before 1813 or after? Before 1813 or after? Everyone, you write after or before. I can tell you guys, those who cannot see, I can see. None of them have written before. Not a single student has written before. So can I, all of you, I'm taking a extra this thing here. Can I say that in this phase, no basic changes were, sorry, just give me a second. Were introduced in, let me change the pen color, and let's say write transport communication, education, social reforms. Everyone, can I say this thing? Everyone who is there in the class, can I say that in this first phase till 1813, they did not do any big change in this field? Everybody agrees with this? Great. But then you may not have studied, but can you all agree with me? But large scale of drain of wealth did take place. Those who don't know what is drain of wealth, don't worry. My next chapter is drain of wealth. Right now, simple in one word, I'm telling you, drain of wealth is nothing but my money. My Indian money was going outside India and was utilized by the Britishers. Everyone, do you agree with my this point? In fact, guys, let me tell you, let me change the pen color. Some historians, they even say that this drain of wealth was of how much magnitude? 2 to 3% of Britain's national income came from this drain of wealth. Everyone, do you agree with this? Itna lekar gaye, they took so much from our country. Yes, Gulam, we will study about that. Sahil will come to that point. I'm not saying that, but right now we are talking about the first phase. In the first phase, they are busy in fighting. Do you think they have the time to build these things? Everyone, I need more thumbs up. I need to understand you are getting my point. This is a conceptual chapter. The good thing is very less mugging up. And you all, whether you have studied world history or not, you all will agree. This money helped the industrial revolution of Britain. Yeah, Nikhil, you can say that. I'm not denying that. I'm not absolutely saying anything about that. Everyone, how many of you have heard about industrial revolution? Anyone in this class who has heard about industrial revolution? You have heard? You will study in world history. Don't worry about that. Am I okay? Anyone who does not understand can tell that you don't understand. See, please understand. You will have to tell me what you are understanding or not. Accordingly, I'll proceed. So you all can agree with me that this money, which was our money, helped the industrial revolution of Britain. Any doubt, anyone till here? Anyone having any doubt till this point? So last two lines I'm writing, and this slide is totally done for you people. Totally, absolutely done. That is, some people, they say, if you talk about this phase, Sahil, you can ask the question, no issues. Absolutely, whenever you have questions, please ask. No, Avni, those days. Some people say that this phase, two very important things happened. The first thing was no large scale, sorry, I should write import. No large scale import of British product in India, rather an increase in export of Indian textiles. And number two, and let me change the pen color. Number two, Indian weavers got ruined due to British monopoly. Rather, I should not write British, I should rather write company's monopoly. Just give me a second. Due to company's monopoly and exploitation. How many of you understood these two lines? What I wrote, 1 and 2 point. How many of you understood the point 1 and point number 2? No shame in writing that you did not understand. I am anyways going to explain them. How many of you understood and how many of you did not? I see. Don't worry about that. Think. Who understood? Great. Who did not understand? Equally great. I'm here to make you understand. I'll explain both the points. Don't worry. I'm anyways explaining both the points. I'm only asking right now, how many of you understood any point or not? Don't worry. I'll explain that. Chalo. I'll give you one example. What is written? It is written, no import of British product in India. All of you think here. See here. In this line, it is saying at this moment, there wasn't any major import of British goods in India. You all think, na? For example, take me as an example. Rohit Kumar is a man in the 18th century. Before the British arrival, I would buy clothes which were made in India. I'm accustomed to that cloth. I like that cloth only. I will not take anything else. So invariably, at this moment, what happens? British products, they do not have any market in India. People are self-dependent, or I would say our economy is totally self-sufficient economy. We have enough. We don't have to worry about, we are not dependent on outside goods. Am I clear till here? Everyone, do you understand why no import of British product in India? Because at this moment, we are self-sufficient. We are not dependent on outsiders for anything. We are totally accustomed to our own products. But then it is written, in large-scale export of Indian textile. There is a reason. The British had come. We were known to be the textile manufacturers of the world. The clothes that were made in India, whether they were cotton clothes, whether they were silk clothes, they were taken from India. And they were taken from India and taken to all these lands across in those days. All of you Am I clear with point number one? If the Britishers don't take these products, how will they make a profit in those days? So they are trying to take a lot of Indian textile at this point. All of you, point one, clear or not? Yes, no, give me thumbs up, any point. Now my point is simple. Lakhan has given my question already. That, sir, if there is so much of export of Indian textiles, how come Indian weavers got ruined? Lakhan is asking a very correct question. That, sir, if there is so much of export, there should be more money, and our weavers should have got more money. So how is it that our weavers, they got ruined? Anyone? How is it that our weavers, they have got ruined at this point of time? Ananya is giving me the answer. The answer is that the Britishers would buy the Indian products at a cheaper price. And so the profit that is being made by the Britishers, not by the Indians. The weavers are not getting the profit of this, but rather it is the Britishers who are getting all the profit that is coming out of this. Everyone, am I clear? The Britishers, they are making a lot of money at this point of time. Through all these dubious means, they have got a monopoly over the Indian market. They are exploiting our people. They are exploiting our, I would say, weavers. And all this has contributed that our weavers, they are getting ruined at this point of time. Am I clear with this whole thing? Everyone, is the first stage clear? Sachin, I told you, if you don't sell it to the company, whom will you sell? Give me the option. If you are a weaver, you are not selling the product to the company, whom will you sell? Sachin, answer. Whom are you going? Local market, but that's ruined. Am I clear, Sachin? It's not that easy. They are controlling the market. They will fix the cost, the prices, the taxes in such a manner that you will never be able to sell it. Sahil, you are saying British era were keen to attain those resources and then trade A of these resources for industrial good being manufactured. Yes, Sachin. Sahil, there is some problem in this line. British era were keen to attain those resources and then trade A of these resources. Dodka, I told you, na, our rulers were being defeated. Now, who is ruling in India? It is the Britishers. Please understand, Dodka, I told you, na, after this war, the ruler is a subsidiary ally of British. Similarly, after Battle of Palasi and Buxar, it is the British who are ruling. After the Second Anglo-Maratha Wars, the Marathas have signed subsidiary alliance with British. Am I clear, Dodka? British. Yes, I'll. You can say. Absolutely, you are correct. You are correct. You know, that Britishers would be taking these resources and then, of course, be trading for the industrial goods that were manufactured in those days in the Western market. Because, see, please understand, every one of you, under the monopolization of trade, if Rohit Kumar is one businessman and let's say David is another businessman, then David will eat into my business only. So I would never ever like that David does the same trade that I am doing at this point of time. And that's why this period at this moment, mercantile is also known as the period of monopoly trade and direct appropriation. Everyone, am I clear here? Because I'm done with the first phase. All of you who is there in this class, I am done with mercantile except one slide which I'll directly show. Please, this is your notes. Some of you who are writing about notes, am I clear that what will be your notes? All of you, am I clear that what is going to be your notes? I need yes. No, Dinesh, it doesn't happen like that. Their goods will become very, very cheap. Last but not the least, please at home, either when the annotated PPTs are uploaded, you can, write it on your own, or you can, just take a printout of this, or whatever you are doing. It is your, this thing. Those who are writing simultaneously, I don't have a problem with that also. See, from my side, I'm trying to make it as better and in, simple handwriting as possible. Sahil is saying British relied on the slavery first, but after their colonization of India, they abolished it because India was so profitable to them. They didn't even need slavery. Yes, that's why slavery was abolished in the 1830s. Because, see, there was a period when slavery was the most important thing, but now it was not the case. India will come into the second phase of capitalism, and that's why they abolished it. Sonal, other traders will also be there, but the English East India Company is a giant in this field. Sonal, if I tell you, fine enough. You all know, let's say today, I'm not going to take any example and don't want to take any names, but take the name of XYZ company. They take the 99% share. Will they be worried about 1% who is taking this? Will they be worried about Sonal? That's what Sonal, they are not worried about that small here and there loopholes. They have majorly taken over the Indian market. Mansi, I told you, R. Palme Dutt is a Marxist historian. Very important name. We will study him in our. Uh, just give me a second. Safety wall theory also, we will see him. Please understand, Gulam and everyone, nowadays in polity or governance, you will study Competition Commission of India. They don't want companies to monopolize the trade. They want that there should be more and more companies. See, if there will be only one company, for example, my mobile phone is not here. Let's say this is my mobile phone. If there is only one mobile company in the market, it will be basically the monopoly. Whatever they do, we'll have to follow that. So government doesn't want that there should be a monopolization of anyone in any sector. I'm not talking only about mobile. I'm talking about everything. Government does not want that. That's why there are, bodies like Competition Commission of India and all that. I'm done with this. And only one thing. Charter Act of 1793, I have to tell you. But before I go in this, Roshan, you will get the PPT. You will get the PPT. Everything is there in the PPT. See, have patience. All these PPTs will be uploaded. Everyone who is sitting in the class, don't worry whether it is your first lecture or whichever part of lecture you are. Don't worry about that. Now, please understand, 1793 Charter Act. Those who were there in the last week's class, please tell me, which two charters did we study in last week? Those who were there in the last week's class. I'm only asking them who were there in the class. Which two charter? Yeah, Dhanya, we studied Queen's Charter. But which one? No, Prajwal, the year is wrong. Dhaval is correct. And Sudhanshu has given me the correct answer. We have studied the Charter Acts of 1600 and 1609. The Charter Act of 1600 gave 15 years of monopoly. But 1609, it gave a monopoly of indefinite period. And both of them was given to EIC. And both of them were given by the British government. So the parliament, last two were given by the Queen, 1600 by Victoria. And who gave the 1609 charter? Anyone in the class? 1600 was given by Victoria. Double, Charles is wrong. Thomas is wrong. James. Please remember, 1609 was given by James the First. He gave this particular charter. 1793 charter for 20 years extended the EIC's monopoly over Indian trade. Next chapter we'll study this. Don't worry about the next 3 points right now. I'm only giving you an example of drain of wealth. How was the drain of wealth done at this point of time? They said that the salary of the staff and the paid members of the board of control charged over the company. Don't worry about board of control when we are studying the Regulating Act and the Pitt's India Act. I will tell you. Right now, everybody simply understand that they are saying that the salaries of these people, those who are the members of board of control, who will pay that? Everyone, see here. Company. Similarly, please see here. The home government members, they will be paid from the Indian revenue. You all can see what is happening. From Indian revenue only, the salaries of all these people would be charged at this point of time. I'll teach this in the next chapter, drain of wealth and home charges. There you will understand. Right now, I'm only showing you. Just wait, Sai Babu and Dinesh. Next chapter, drain basically means in Hindi we call nala. Drain is from where your, the things, the waste goes out. So when I'm saying drain of wealth, basically I'm saying my money is going in a drain. It is getting drained from my place. It is not staying in my place, going in somebody else's place. Am I clear, Sai Babu? And Dinesh, home government, anybody who is responsible or working for India or Indian matter, they will be called the home government. Yes, Priyanka, you are correct, and we will see that in some time. Okay, am I clear, everyone, till here? Remember, Sai Babu, next chapter, in the next topic, I'm trying to say, next topic here. No, Lovepreet. The thing was, you all have not studied. I will be teaching you that particular thing. Please understand that at this moment, before this, there was already a regulating act of 1773, amendment done to that 1781, Pitt's India Act 1784, an amendment done to that in 1786. Now, those who are asking what was the need of the Charter Act, Lovepreet, you can understand. They were now bringing new laws to clarify, and this time they said for 20 more years. No, Ayushi, it had British officers. Sanchit is asking a question. The British Raj was the rule of the British Crown on the Indian subcontinent. It is also called Crown Rule in India, direct rule. Sanchit, we are not studying that. I don't understand, why are you writing this comment? I did not get this comment. I don't think you are asking anything. You are giving me some information, which, of course, you are correct. I'm not saying you are incorrect, but right now is not needed. That's the thing I'd like to say. Okay, guys. Third and the last point is EIC was empowered. Empowered means they were given this power. They were given this power that you can issue licenses to individuals plus company employees, and based on these they could trade in India. And remember, this I will not be teaching, you will study this. This would ultimately lead to opium trade with China. Rather, you can say this opium was smuggled in China in those days. Am I clear with Charter Act of 93? Mostly, not a lot of changes were done. You will study that later because already most of the changes were done through these acts. So few modifications were done. One thing, EIC has got a monopoly till 1813. Opium, last week, I'm not sure whether I said this or not. Yes. Dhanya, were you in the last class? Everyone. Dhanya, were you in the last class? I think you were there. How many of you remember I told you opium? Licenses, Dinesh. Yes, Dhaval has written correctly. Opium in Hindi means afim. Afim is what? Afim is a product used both as an intoxicant and also used as a medicine. Guys, this opium was at this moment used by the Britishers in order to sell it in China, and from there they made a lot of money. Please remember, Afim, I told you last week when I was teaching you Dutch. Dutch used to export opium from India. It's a psychotropic substance. It is an intoxicant. It is psychotropic substance. Am I clear? Yes, Nikhil is absolutely correct. What the Britishers did, they smuggled opium in China and made the Chinese people addicted. Yeah, it's like a tobacco. But then the Chinese were addicted to this. And through that, they made a lot of money. Am I clear? Sahil, sir, British was a naval superpower because of its geography, because it was an island, as it was separated and detached by mainland Europe. They weren't keen about Europe as they considered themselves as a different group from Europeans. Just got lucky geographically, and there was a saying back then that the British rule the waves because nobody could match with their navy. Charter Act of 1833, they were keen to increase their trade. I think, Sahil, you are wrong. I don't think it is Charter Act of 1833. It will be Charter Act of 1813. Please see what you have written. By mistake, you might have mentioned this. You are correct, but it should be 1813. Dinesh, license that. Yeah, Sahil. Great. Yeah, absolutely correct, Sahil. That is 1813. Dinesh, what I'm trying to say here is that let's say Rohit Kumar is an employee of British. So now Rohit Kumar also got the license that I could buy opium in India and sell it in China. Through that, invariably Rohit Kumar will do what? Earn more money. And that is the whole idea for which Rohit Kumar has come to India. Am I clear, everyone? Everyone, till here, is it clear? Now, one very simple slide I'm going to tell you, but focus, please focus on the lecture. Very, very important. Charter Act of 1813. Why it is remembered? Ended the monopoly of EIC in India except tea and China trade. Guys, everyone, already this has come in prelims. Already this statement has been asked in your prelims. Now, all of you, do you understand this line? I'm saying the British EIC, which had a monopoly before this, everything that came in India, that was brought by EIC. Now it is said that this monopoly has been ended. Now there is only two things for which monopoly will be there. One, that the British East India Company will be doing the trade with tea as far as India is concerned. And of course, China, the opium thing that was going on, which I told you in the last slide, that is your monopoly. Am I clear with this? Now, my question is, EIC, Neeraj, East India Company. Guys, that means other British companies are also allowed in India. Do you understand what is the ending of monopoly? Earlier only Rohit Kumar used to do trade. Now Sachin will do, Dhanya will do, Lakshmi will do, Prajwal will do, Lovepreet will do, everybody will do. But then These people cannot trade in tea and China. Am I clear, everyone? All of you, am I clear with this? So my question is, why this? Why suddenly such a decision was taken? Why such a decision was taken at this point of time? Guys, why did the British end the monopoly of EIC in India? Why was this done? Very simple question I'm asking. Why has this been done? EIC become powerful, okay. INC revenue, okay. Okay. Disloyalty to give many opportunities, okay, okay, okay. Okay, listen to me just for 1 minute. Everyone now listen to me. Think like this. Everyone, see here. Think Rohit Kumar is a person of that time. I'm talking about 1813. My grandfather made a lot of money in industrial revolution. Guys, please understand, I'm giving an example here. Rohit Kumar is a trader in 1813 whose grandfather had made a lot of money in industrial revolution. So can I say Rohit Kumar is the new capitalist class? Can I say that I'm the new capitalist class? And Rohit Kumar wants to make more profit. I want to make more money. The problem is, for me, British, let's say even I'll take European markets are saturating. Why I cannot make more money in those places? So now I need to go to a new market, and all of you tell me, is there any better market than India at that point of time? You all tell me. Is there any better market? You all think. If he wants to make more money, if Rohit Kumar wants to make more money, where should he come to? Where should he come to? So Rohit Kumar is basically pressurizing government to open the market. Hopefully you all would have heard the word called laissez-faire. How many of you have heard this word? Rajwal, with time every market will get saturated. You would want to go to a newer market. How many of you know this term? Laissez-faire. Anyone who understands this term? Absolutely, Nikhil is correct. Basically, laissez-faire is a free market without government intervention. Nothing, you don't interfere. You are government, your work is not to interfere in market. So laissez-faire is that government should not interfere in market. Let it be free. Whoever is best. If Rohit Kumar is best, his products people will buy. If Abhishek is best, His products people will buy. Is dhania is best, her product people will buy. Am I clear, everyone, guys? Why this is happening? The first reason is, everyone, is this clear? Laissez-faire. Number two, you will study in your world history continental system of Napoleon. No, Dinesh, they were court of directors to run that. Continental system of Napoleon. What is continental system of Napoleon? Basically, under continental system of Napoleon, they were ruining the British trade in Europe. They would not allow the British ships to come to the various ports of Europe. And through this, they were causing a lot of harm, a lot of, losses were being done to the British traders. So I already told you, people like Rohit Kumar, who were mainly doing trade in these areas, they were having a lot of losses at this point of time. And how do I take care of my losses? Give me new market, give me new areas. So all of you, please remember these 2 points, why this new charter has come. These are the 2 reasons the government brought this. There were 2 or 3 other points also. This was, of course, brought by an act, and this act was British Parliament's Act. Without any doubt, please remember, Crown's sovereignty over British India. You will study this when I'm teaching you the Constitution chapter also, but right now understand, clearly it was told all the areas that are in India which are under the British, they are nothing but they are the monopoly, or they are the areas that come under the British Queen or the ruler. So she is sovereign when it comes to British India. There is one question. Destruction of Indian industry. When Britain took over, they forced the governments to import goods from the British governments, then create their own products. This led to the local cloth, metal, and carpentry industries to fall into disarray. It made India a virtual hostage of British economic machinations, which meant breaking away from it would destroy India's. I did not get this question. Okay, 2 3 people are asking, they did not understand the continental system. Dekho, this is the system brought by Napoleon Bonaparte. You all would have studied him, and you will study him in French Revolution. Through this system, he would not allow the British ships to, come to the European ports. So invariably, this would cause a lot of losses to the British trade, or to the specifically to the traders who were doing trade in Europe. So the British traders, they were requesting at this point of time that please allow us to go to India. And because we will be allowed to go to India, we can make profit. We can basically compensate our losses which are happening in Europe. Please understand, continental system you will study in world history also. French revolutions, you will be taught about that. Here, just understand it is causing losses to the British, and that's why the newer capitalist class wants to go to India and make money to compensate their losses that's happening in Europe. No, whichever areas he would have captured, Muhammad, and he would have even, destroy in the open seas. We are done with the two charters. I'm just beginning, and there is a problem because we'll have to go for the newer this thing. What I can do is, okay, I'll just explain the third charter and we will start the second phase, industrial phase, in the second part of the class. That is after the, uh, break that we'll be doing there. So just one topic. Remember, Charter Act of 1833. We just now studied Charter Act of 1813. The two monopolies which EIC was having, all monopoly of EIC totally ended. So the EIC does not have monopoly now in any sense. In no way EIC is having monopoly. So the tea trade and the China trade, the two things that is also gone at this point of time. For prelims, this year's prelims question came from this topic only, matlab this Charter Act of 1833. Always remember, 20 years extension, and this is known as St. Helena Act. So if tomorrow in prelims, if it is asked, which of the charter acts is also known as the St. Helena Act, and they give you the four options, remember the correct answer is this. Anyone, can you tell me what is St. Helena, or what was exactly St. Helena? Sai Babu, East India Company. Yes, Ananya, you are correct. Napoleon was kept in St. Helena. 20 years extension, that is till 1853. Sachin, the East India Company will be ruling over India. Of course, they will not have any trade monopoly, but the ruling aspect would continue. That thing for 20 more years was activated at this point of time. So for 20 more years, this was brought at this point of time. And here only, because in this chapter, there is not a much of a scope for this, but let me change the pen color. Take black. Guys, the last Charter Act was Charter Act of 1853. We remember because it was for an indefinite period. Unlike the other charters where every time it was mentioned that this is for 20 years, in this it was not mentioned that this was for how many years. That's why we call this for an indefinite period. Last Charter Act, and of course passed by the British Parliament. Of course, it was passed in those days by the British Parliament at this point of time. See, I'll take your queries for the next 10 minutes. Three to 3:40. You will have the break. And there we'll start with the industrial phase. From there we will begin. Of course, under the industrial phase, the charter acts were already done. See, anyone who wants that from Spectrum, I should tell you the chapter name, write your mail to me, and please, with the mail, please put your index of the Spectrum. That way only I can answer that thing. Every question has been answered. Thanks the subject expert. St. Helena is the name of the island, Sonal. That's why act was also known as St. Helena Act. Every question has been asked. Now I'm going and enabling the calling feature. Please ask your questions in English. Ask the questions in clear, legible, you know, this thing, your English, and understandable English, I want to say, so that people can understand your query. And please call me and restrict your questions to the chapter which I've just now done. Anything else, any other issue, you can always write mail to me. Yes, Tikendra, it's good. Sai Babu, it's ringing. Please pick your call. It's rejected by Sai Babu. I hope, Sai Babu, your query is resolved. Anyways, I had mailed your replies. Sai Babu, I hope you would have got the replies.
हेलो.
Hi, Mohammed.
यस सर, माय क्वेरी इज कि सिख ग्रुप क्लासिफ सिख डिवाइडेड इनटू 12 ग्रुप व्हिच इज नोन एज मिल्स. व्हाट इज
Yes.
द बेस ऑफ दिस डिवीजन इन हिंदुइज्म?
No, it's like, just like your in the Marathas we saw na Sindhiyas, Bhosles. What was the division basis all were there? Families were controlling. Similarly, here Sukarchakia families or Aluwaliyas, they were, the groupings on which these missiles were divided. So different, political leaders would have originated, and they would have, on their clan basis, they would have done this classification.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, Mohammed. What's your name? MOHD it comes.
मोहम्मद मुशर्रफ.
Musharraf. I'll try to remember, man. Thank you, Musharraf. Goodbye.
थैंक यू सर.
Hello,
Hi, Sahil.
how are you, sir?
I'm good, Sahil. First of all, I must tell you your comments. You have a very good knowledge of history. That's very good.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So I'm keen to apprise you that I've understood everything that you have asserted me. There's only one thing that I want to know is that what how did British East India Company actually got dissolved?
No, by 18 after, see, British East India Company as a group still exists. As far as I remember correctly, last time an Indian was heading that group. It became a purely trading company after the 1857 revolt. So it did not have any jurisdiction when it comes to administration. They could not rule because their ruling thing had been given in the hands of the crown. But as a trading company, they existed.
All right.
Now, whether it has been dissolved or not, I'm not very sure. But last, when I had read it, even, I'm talking about 60, 65 years after independence, this
Yeah.
company was existing, and an Indian was leading that particular company.
So there is only one thing that I want to ask. I don't want to take much of your time. When American Revolution happened, 13 colonies succeeded what would become as United States of America. So
Yes.
the reason was that reason of that revolution was that British were so keen to impose taxation on those colonies. And when British got to India, and when Sapo immunity happened, and a whole of British possessions came under one crown, did British impose any taxation on Indians as a whole?
No, they had their taxes on the agricultural community. More than 90% of your population was directly or indirectly involved under the peasantry class, if I say it like that. So they had their, the three systems of collecting the taxes. So they were agricultural taxes, no doubt about that. As far as the other people are concerned, there were duties on them also when it comes to textile and all that. So in that manner, it was there. If you are thinking about something like income tax, yes, later there was something of that sort, but I'll tell you just mention it. I'll try to find out when did it begin. I'll try to find it out. The zamindar class and all, how much they had to pay and everything. I'll try to find out and tell you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Goodbye. Avni. Hi, Avni.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask,
Afternoon.
in the First Anglo-Sikh War, what was the Treaty of Bharawal?
See, basically what happened is now after Treaty of Lahore, the Sikh again revolted. So a supplementary treaty was signed that was known as the Treaty of Bharawal.
So, sir, no important points of the treaty, like what was the treaty about?
Basically, permanently the British resident was stationed over there. Two, 3 points were there, but not of great significance. The Queen had to act according to that British resident. Only some more restrictions were put on the Punjab and the Sikh army and all that. And that's why we say that the Treaty of Lahore and Bharawal, they were so humiliating on the Sikh that it compelled them to go and do the second Anglo-Sikh war.
Okay, sir. Also, sir, for the starting of the First Anglo-Sikh War, sir, when the Sikhs fought against Sindh, Afghanistan, Gwalior, which raised superstition for the English troops. So, sir,
And I did not get your last line. Please, Avni, please repeat the last
yes,
line.
sir.
When the
Sir, in the First Anglo-Sikh War, when the Sikhs fought against Sikh Afghanistan and Gwalior, which raised.
I did not I did not say they fought against all these. I did not say. I said that the Britishers were fighting against the Afghans. The Britishers were fighting against Sindh in 1843. The Britishers fought against Gwalior in 1842. These raised suspicions in the minds of Sikh that if these are being targeted, next could they be also? Next target could be the Sikh power. So that was the point of mine. That was one of the reasons that led to the first Anglo-Sikh War.
Okay, okay, sir, got it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Avni.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Anyone? Lakshmi, Sachin. Two people whose calls I could not pick. Lakshmi has called me. Great. Let's take the call of Lakshmi.
Hello.
Hi, Lakshmi.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lakshmi. Tell me.
Sir, could you please explain about the what is the Regulating Act 1773?
We will come to that regulating act. In nutshell, if I give you some idea, the British East India Company was having a lot of losses around
Okay.
that period. And that's why the government of North, Lord North, he was the prime minister in those days, he brought this act. The simple agenda was to somehow supervise or regulate the working of East India Company. Because what was happening was that, you know, the company was not having or was having a lot of losses, but the servants of the company were making a lot of profit. So it was clear that there was a lot of nepotism, there was a lot of corruption, and that's why government wanted to control the company at that point of time. That's why they brought the regulating act, and with that purpose only later William Pitt the younger, the prime minister, brought the Pitt's India Act in 1784.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Lakshmi. Goodbye. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
How are you, Tikendra? You have attended my classes earlier also, Tikendra. How are you? I remember, Tikendra, your name. Hopefully, in the first session, every one of you, your doubts, each and everything was clear. Everything was done. And I hope you people enjoyed the lecture. Next part, equally, you know, I think interesting portions would come and we will discuss over there. Am I clear? So let's go have your, you know, lunch, and let's meet after the lunch. Goodbye, everyone.